Hi, Doug Masnaghetti here with another music lesson video, guitar lesson video I should say. This one's on Dave Matthews' song Every Day, which was released on his album entitled Every Day in 2001. This lesson is organized like all my other lessons. Quick intro here, then a cover, and then a lesson, which basically breaks down the cover that I do. So I would encourage you to listen to the cover to make sure it's actually a version, or that you like the way it sounds before you actually invest any time in the lesson. The song, there's not much to say about the song really. The lyrics are pretty self-explanatory. There are quite a few videos out there, live videos of Dave Matthews Band that I watched, and he plays sometimes with an open hand, sometimes with a pick. And he does one solo version, which is really nice, with the open hand. You can find it on YouTube or Google it. He's got a bunch of candles lit behind him. It's sort of a stage setup, but it's just him alone. And he plays an open hand version, which is really nice. That's not what I'm teaching here. I'm trying to do something that sounds a little closer to the studio version, and I think he's using a pick in the studio version. So anyway, you can judge for yourself. There are other lesson videos out there, so if you don't like this one or don't like the way I play it or the way it sounds, definitely go out and look for another one, because there are others out there. Anyway, if you do get through the lesson, I hope it helps. Good luck.
Love, from the bottom up on to the top, love, every day, pay no mind to taunts or advances. I'm gonna take my chances on every day, left to right, up and down the love fight. Jump in the mud of love, get your hands dirty with, love it up in love, every day. All you need is what you want is, all you need is love. All you need is what you want is, all you need is love. Every day, pick me up, love, from the bottom up on to the top, love, every day, pay no mind to taunts or advances. I'm gonna take my chances on every day, left to right, up and inside out, right, love fight, oh, every day, jump in the mud, love, get your hands filthy with, love it up, love, every day. All you need is what you want is, all you need is love. All you need is what you want is, all you need is love. What you got, lay it down on me. What you got, lay it down on me. All you need is what you want is, all you need is love. All you need is what you want is, all you need is love.
Okay, so this is the lesson portion of this video on Dave Matthews' Every Day. The song starts covering the 5th string on the 8th fret, the 4th string on the 10th fret, and the 3rd string on the 9th fret. And if you notice, that's an E right there, and so is your high E. So it's nice when you play this chord to go ahead and try to get this high E ringing. It gives the chord a much fuller sound if you can do that. So that means you need to damp out this 2nd string. So use your middle finger, just pull it back enough, maybe rock it back if you can a little bit, to damp the thing out, so that you end up with, hear that high E coming through. Okay, so you want to try to keep this high E ringing if you can. I think it sounds very, very nice in there. And what you'll be doing during this portion is you'll be going back and forth between the 5th string and the 6th string with your index finger on the 8th fret there. And you'll be doing a little hop with your pinky going on the 4th string, 12th fret, and off. And let me just play it slowly here, and you'll catch on. Sorry. And I said sorry because I failed to get that ringing. You want to get that ringing. Hear it? Sorry, I do have trouble playing it a lot slower than that. But basically, you start by hitting the 5th string, and you're covering it on the 8th fret there. And so you hit the, I guess I hit it like 3 times I do. And then I hit the high strings, and then I come back and do this little hop with my pinky. So, except I should have moved then on my index finger should have moved immediately. So, okay, something like that. And then after he does that 3 times, I believe. Yeah, he does that 3 times. And then you pull your middle finger off the 3rd string and slide your other 2 fingers. Oh, sorry. This would not be on the 5th string. It'd actually be on the 6th string at this point, because you've just cycled through that 3 times, and when you finished on the 3rd time, your index finger would still be on this string. Don't move it back to the 5th and starting through again. You just pull your middle finger off and slide the other 2 fingers down. Damp out this 5th string with your index finger, and you play the 2 of them. And while you're doing that, you'll do a little. And while you're doing that, you'll be putting your pinky on and off the 8th, the 10th fret on the 4th string. So, sorry, yeah, that's better. So you do it twice, and slide up. Now you're back in the original starting position, except you haven't dropped this down. You hit those 2 strings when you slide up, and then you put your middle finger down and catch the higher strings. Okay, so and remember, you got to try to keep this 2nd string damped, and then you go back into it, back to the 5th. like that. So after 4 times through on that, you come down to an A7 configuration. I believe this is an A7 chord. And let me just play through. You'll go through this progression where he's saying, all you need is what you wanted. All you need is love. All you need is what you wanted. All you need is love. Right, that part? Okay, so the A7 is, I'm covering the first fret of the 2nd string with my index finger, 2nd fret of the 4th string with my middle finger. And I like to pick up and hammer on when I'm playing this part. Like that. You then transition to putting your index finger on the 1st fret of the 6th string, drop your ring finger onto the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, pick up your ring and middle finger and drop them back down if you want. You can just play it, just as a straight chord if you like. And then take your pinky and put it up on the 3rd fret. And I like to pull it off and hammer it on too. So the whole that whole little bit there then sounds. And then back to the A7. You do this 2 times through. And on the 3rd time through, when you go here, you just hang. Need is love. Right? And you go into a G then after that. So, after you've completed that, you just come back up to this chord, this sort of D-shaped chord. This is, I think this is actually an F minor 7, or a partial F minor 7. So you come back up to here and just very gently, every day, every day, every day. Now, in the 2nd time through the course and the verse, I like to stop the little hop here and just play the whole thing a little heavier. And when you do that, it sounds like this. Pick me up, love, from the bottom. And I pick up in the lyrics. Dave adds more words. They're basically the same lyrics, except he adds in some additional words, so they're fuller, and you sing them just a little harder, or at least I do. So that's my advice on the 2nd time through, is to just forget the hop. And that, by the way, makes it easier to keep this high E ringing without arching your fingers so much when you lose the hop. And so you just play through this again, and then you slide down, and you do this. So on the last, the 3rd time through, when I'm hanging out here, I pull my ring and middle finger off and hammer them on twice during this time, and then the 3rd time I just take off my middle finger and hammer it back on, and then when I take it off again, I never put it on. This is right before the G chord. I just leave it off and I do a little pause and then go into the G. So it'd be like I cheated a little bit there. I didn't. I should have taken these 2 fingers off twice before I moved into the single. Anyway, hopefully you know what I'm talking about by watching it. Okay, so after you've done that, this is the 2nd time through. Rather than coming back up to the you're going to do this, I don't know what the correct musical term is, a bridge or something, but you're going to break the tempo and the melody of the main chorus and verse and go into this little side thing where he starts by sliding. Actually, let me just play it through once, I guess, real slowly. What you got? Lay it down on me. What you got? Lay it down on me. And then you just go back into the A7 thing here. But let's just dwell on the bridge. I use my pinky on the 4th fret, 6th string, slide it up to the 6th fret, and then drop down just a tad. You can actually keep your finger here if you're versatile enough and flexible enough, because that is. So anyway, so I don't though. I just do the slide, and then I lift my pinky and I drop down. I cover the 3rd string on the 5th fret, the 4th string on the 3rd fret, and the 5th string on the 4th fret, and damp this thing out with your middle finger here, right? So move your middle finger to the 6th string and hit it twice. Move your pinky up onto the 6th fret of the 3rd string. So what I've just showed you is, and you can try to make them come through as individual strings, right? So on that if you want. So one more time. Pinky onto the 4th fret of the 6th string, index finger, then I pull my pinky off when I'm doing this. You can try to hold it all together if you want. I put my index finger on the 1st fret of the 5th string and the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and you're damping this 2nd string. So it's and the only 2 strings you're playing are these 2 strings. This one's damped, right? So let me just. And then immediately slide up to the 3rd fret on the 5th string with your index finger and hit that. Drop your ring and pinky finger onto the 5th fret of the 4th and 3rd string. And then you move to the 6th fret and you do the same thing. So you slide up on the 5th, you drop your ring and your pinky down, and you hit them, right? So, and then you hit the 6th string on the 3rd fret, and then hit your 4th and 3rd strings again. And then you go back and repeat. It wraps from there. You back to the slide. So he goes through it twice. On the second time through, he ends it by then he slides up, and he hangs here. He never goes to the third fret of the 6th string, and then back to the A7. So go ahead and try to do that at speed. So he goes through that 4 times, and you can see I'm still not fluent in that. I'll put it that way. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with it. I found these chord positions that he's doing here pretty awkward and difficult. And if you do, just take heart that muscle memory will kick in. You just practice them just for a couple of minutes each day, and after some successive days of doing that, you'll start feeling more comfortable with these chords. They're unusual, to say the least. So he goes through that four times, and on the fourth time, whoops. When he comes up here, he just hangs here. He doesn't do the sixth string on the third fret there, and he hangs a little bit, and then he goes back into the A7. You've learned this. And then back up to the 8th fret. And that's pretty much the whole song. Okay, so I'll just try to play through this at speed. Hopefully I won't have too many bobbles. I'm sure there'll be some mistakes. But anyway, without any vocals, so you can sort of hear what it's supposed to sound like. And that's it. Hopefully this was a help.